Welcome to the Strategy Rewind Podcast. I am your host, Miguel LeBron. Here at the Strategy Rewind Podcast, we look at the relationship between goals, strategies, belief, and objective breakthrough. I'm so excited for today's episode. Hey, if we haven't met before, thank you for being connected here today. I am a father, a leader, an author, a strategy coach, and mentor, and I partner with individuals who have a goal but need a strategy. And in this podcast, we focus on the strategy to help you have a breakthrough moment. I am the owner of Miguel LeBron Coaching, LLC. Miguel LeBron Coaching focuses on leadership training and strategic planning. Oftentimes, individuals will have a goal, but have difficulty in actually implementing a strategy. It's not the same thing to have a plan as opposed to have a strategy. And what I do is I help individuals and organizations implement a strategy that will actually allow them have their breakthrough moment. I started my personal journey with regards to leadership in my local church. There is where I began to work in leadership, develop in leadership, and that translated over to my career with regards to the different organizations I've been able to work with. I've been able to train individuals who've moved on to management and have gone on to do some amazing things. And after some years, several years of actually seeing how I was training people, impacting people, I decided I want to actually turn this into a business. When we talk about building a business, starting a business, there are some things we have to do first. And that's you have to start looking within. The biggest question is, why do you want to start a business? And sure, you may say, well, Miguel, I want more money. Sure, okay. But you also have to understand that there are hours you have to dedicate towards this business, towards actually turning into what many would consider a side hustle to a full-time business. And that takes commitment. That takes hard work. That takes time. That takes patience. And oftentimes we are looking for the quick buck as opposed to actually looking at the long haul. When you start a business, you have to be committed for the long haul. And the question is, why do you want to start a business? Also, what kind of business do you want to start? Is it going to be product-based? Is it going to be a service? Or is it going to be both? And understanding this is actually going to help you develop what the next steps will be. Creating a SWOT analysis is a must. A SWOT analysis is where you look at your strength, your weakness, your opportunities, and your threats. You have to look at where you are right now and what are the required steps to create this business. It's one thing to envision it and desire it. Of course, having the ability and the possibility of making it come true requires planning, requires strategizing. So again, you have to know why you're going to start a business, and it can't just be simply for money. There has to be a bigger why, a bigger reason, something that really fuels you. Maybe you are tired of the 9-to-5. Maybe you're tired of working for somebody else, or maybe you've worked so long in the corporate level and saw nothing come out of it. There are countless of reasons, and maybe you're starting your life over. And you say, I still got more to give. I still have more to do. Great. The question is, why do you want to start this business? And once you realize why you want to start the business, the question is, what is that business going to be? Is it service-based, or is it going to be product-based, or is it going to be both? And how will you begin to communicate this story that you want to tell individuals, this message that you want to share with people? Oftentimes, it is hard to share our message or our goal, our idea with family, friends, relatives, our spouse. And what I would encourage is that as you're looking to build this business, as you're looking to start this business, this is something you say, I want to do this year. I want to get it up and running. I want to start putting together a plan and start putting together a strategy. Maybe you've already done a SWOT analysis where you understand what are the strengths and what are the weaknesses and what are the opportunities and what are the threats. Maybe you already understand all these things. I would encourage you to have communication with your significant other. Have communication with your family, with your friends, because on an island by yourself, nothing can be done. And so, if you're just taking on this task by yourself, it is likely that you're going to get frustrated, irritated, bothered. You're going to feel anxiety and a number of other things. Restless nights will come. But what I encourage is that you have this communication, because this way, when they understand, oh, he's feeling this way or she's feeling this way because of what is taking place, and they understand what you're intending on doing. Of course, one of the things that I implemented very early on and I understood very quickly for myself and for the success of my business is that I had to expand my tribe. Oftentimes, we can create bubbles. We can create a tribe, a comfort zone. And of course, because it's called a comfort zone, we don't want to get out of the comfort. The truth is, you need to be able to expand your tribe. You see, who you know can affect how you grow and where you go. I'll say it again. Who you know can affect how you grow and where you go. And when we talk about wanting to develop a business, we don't need small-minded people or people saying it's impossible, you'll never do it. We don't need those type of people. We need people that will inspire, motivate, nourish the vision, and actually provide tools and say, how can I help? How can I be of resource? How can I get you connected to this banker? Can I get you connected to this lawyer? Can I get you connected to this person? And so what I would encourage you is go ahead, start joining Facebook groups. I know this may seem as a small step, but it's a small step with a massive return. I promise this to you. Listen, go ahead to Facebook and do a little search for business groups in your area. Do a search for groups that you want to be a part of. If you want to start doing a dog grooming business, or if maybe you want to do coaching, or maybe you want to do motivational speaking, or maybe you want to do podcasting, well, you got to get together with like-minded people, and social media, Facebook, has it made easy for you. You just simply join a group and you show up and you bring value and you share your journey and you take in the information that people are also giving. So again, why do you want to start the business? And what kind of business is it going to be? Is it going to be a service? Is it going to be product-based? Or is it going to be both? Of course, go ahead and do that SWOT analysis. Make sure you're looking at your surrounding areas. Have that communication with the people that are in your supporting team as it stands right now. And do not be fearful of expanding your tribe, because the people you know can affect how you grow and where you go. Let me talk to you about our show sponsors, United Marriage Encounter. United Marriage Encounter is a worldwide nonprofit organization dedicated to improving marriages by introducing powerful, practical, ongoing communication strategies. It's such a powerful experience, the weekends that they host for marriages. Early in our marriage, my wife and I went to a weekend, but the strategies that we received were so powerful, we decided to go again, because the truth is that we can always keep growing and learning on how to better communicate. The weekends that they host are presented in a conference type setting, but after that initial meet and greet, no other group sharing is required. Each couple is given enough time to talk privately, freely, and be able to dedicate their entire time to their significant other. Head over to unitedmarriage.com. That's unitedmarriage.com, where there you'll find more details on events that are coming up and may be happening in your neck of the woods. To move the conversation forward here today and help you have your breakthrough moment, I've invited coach, mentor, and financial strategist Joey Velez. Joey, for those who aren't familiar with what you're doing, let them know about yourself.
Hey, thanks so much for having me on the call. We definitely appreciate it. So for the past 7 years, I've been working with people, with clients with their finances. And I've also been coaching, individuals to become financial agents as well. So it's kind of been a mixture of both being a mentor for individuals growing an entrepreneurial career in finances, and also helping people with their personal finances with insurance, investments, mortgages, a ton of different services.
Oftentimes, when wanting to start a business, individuals will actually look at the finances first, right? And they'll say, well, I got to make money to spend money and spend money to make money. They get tied up with all of this. But, Joey, truly, what are the building blocks that we would need in order to be able to have a successful entrepreneurial career?
The first thing I would say is self-development is the key. It's really the foundation. We have to fix our stinking thinking, because if you knew everything that you needed to know to be successful, you would already be successful. So we need to work on our thinking. Okay. I remember the reason why I became an entrepreneur was because very early on, when I was 14 years of age, I just heard about business owners, and I watched inspiring things about millionaires and billionaires and all of that. And I picked up the book called Think and Grow Rich. Okay, I was 14 years of age. I didn't know what I was getting into, but I picked up that book. I read through it, read it a few times, and that really inspired me and to start taking care of my thinking. And I realized what you think about could become reality. So you have to be careful what you're putting into your mind, what you're viewing, what you're writing, what you're saying about yourself. But if you're not self-developing, you won't catch on to those things. That's the first rule. The second thing I would say is find a system that you could follow. There's some people that they want to be internet marketers. Maybe they want to be copywriters. Maybe you want to be a financial coach. Whatever it is that you want, buy a course and buy a proven course, or follow a proven mentor and follow that system. And you got to invest some money. Look, my brother, Joey Velez, he's a copywriter. And before he became a copywriter, he found some successful copywriter on Facebook. He bought that course, spent like $1,500, and he learned how to do it. And he's made hundreds of thousands of dollars from that. So yeah, he paid $1,500. It was a gamble, but all the knowledge he got turned into profit. Okay, it's same thing with me. I paid for the course $99, but I was broke when I first did. I was 19 years of age. I had to borrow money from my mom, but I paid for the classes, got the education, started following my mentor, and that's the third tip: be coachable to your mentor. I was coachable to my mentor even when I didn't want to listen.
Joey, to that person who's listening and saying, I'm coachable, Joey. I got nobody to teach me or coach me or be my mentor. I'm coachable. What do we say to that person who's listening, and how do we define being coachable?
Look, people say they're coachable until it's time to do something that they don't want to do. That's not coachability. Look, my coaches have told me, like right now, I'm in a transition where I could buy a bigger house. I could buy my dream house. Okay. But my mentors are telling me, stay lean, keep saving money, keep investing, save, they gave me an income, a savings goal. I don't want to listen to them. I want to buy my dream house, but I'm staying coachable because they're obviously seeing something that I haven't seen yet. If I knew what to do to be successful, I would already be there to get to that level. I have my own success, but to be as successful as my mentors, I would already be there, but I'm not. So when my coaches tell me something, I gotta be coachable, even if I don't like it, because they have what I want. So find someone that has what you want and do what they say, even when you don't like it. That's the key part. People say coachable. No. Even when you don't like it, that's the hard part, though, and that's how you know you're coachable.
100%, Joey. I am so with you. I'm so with you. We need to be coachable, and we need to be able to expand on our tribe. The fact of the matter is, who you know can affect how you grow and where you go. Man, oh man. Joey, for those who are listening and want to get connected with you, they want to go farther, they want to grow more, how can they do so?
So, you can follow me on Facebook, Joey Velez, or RVP Joey Velez. Or you guys could reach out to me. My email is Joel, JoelVelez @primerica.com.
Awesome. Joey, thank you so much for being part of the program today.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for everyone who has been connected here today on Strategy Rewind Podcast. For more information on this podcast, head over to strategyrewind.com. Of course, I also want to thank today's guest and encourage you to head over to the show notes of this episode, as you can find details on what they're doing and how you can connect with them. There in the show notes, you'll also find information on today's show sponsor, which is United Marriage Encounter. Remember, they have events going on all through the calendar year and even in your neck of the woods. Of course, if you'd like to be a sponsor of this podcast, head over to miguellebron.com. There you'll find details not only of how you can become a sponsor of this podcast, but also information on Miguel LeBron Coaching. As always, please consider subscribing and sharing this podcast. And of course, surround yourself with people that will nourish your vision.